What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrubae here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. It's officially the day before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature is stirring, not even a mouse. So I decided today we could just take a look at some gamers explaining the strangest encounters they've had online. Because sometimes some people explaining their weirdest experiences is a good experience for everyone who wasn't actually there. I'm looking at you, everybody on the Titanic. Sure, it sucked, but the movie was a slapper. And without further ado, let's get into it. You would think that it's illegal. I'm getting quiet now. Laying low when you reach, so I'm piping down. Making out, stack the bread, cause you love the sound. Just so my man. Internet interactions are obviously not rated by the ESRB, so all of these should be taken with a massive grain of salt. Regardless, in TF2, there was a guy with no mic who decided to be my pocket medic, which means a medic that runs off with me instead of staying with the primary group of teammates. But he took his job to absurd lengths. He would never heal anyone but me. An ally scout that was currently on fire came up running to get healed and saved, and the medic just watched him die. Then, every time he Ubered me, made me invincible for 10 seconds, he'd blast the flight of the Valkyries over the chat, and it was an all-chat server, so the enemy team could hear it too. Sometimes he'd turn it on when he didn't even have an Uber charge ready, and people would start retreating, thinking he was about to Uber me. This went on for like an hour. He healed no one else, said nothing, typed nothing, and Ubered me dozens of times, then left and gifted me a vintage hat that was worth like 10 bucks and didn't accept my friend request. Honestly, dude, I feel like this is low-key what billionaires gotta do when they're bored. Whatever, I'm just gonna go play TF2, troll everybody, and then give rare skins to everybody in the lobby. He didn't accept your friend request because it was Gabe Newell himself, CEO of Steam, actually visiting one of the corpses of his games that's left. I love TF2 too, guys, but Valve is just letting all their games die, sadly. I was playing a game of Mount and Blade, Napoleonic Warfares. Bear in mind, each game has 250 players. My team was defending a large house surrounded by walls, and a unique thing about the game is you can choose to play bagpipers and various other characters with musical instruments. So I was running around the house and I saw a piano, so I went over and started picking tunes to play on it. A few seconds later, a squad of musicians come running down the stairs and just start playing with me. Eventually, almost the entire team is down there dancing by toggling crouch, and out of nowhere, a cannonball comes flying through the wall and kills me. And all of a sudden, someone on chat typed, "They killed the piano man." And a few moments later, someone else typed, "They killed the piano man. Forward for the piano man." And then they charged out of the newly formed hole in the wall, and the entire team followed, shouting the same into chat. It was hilarious and bewildering at all times. Hey yo, bro, don't mess with gamers laughing at something. If we are toggle crouching around somebody playing the piano, it should be well known that you should not kill the person playing the piano. If you get what comes to you, that's none of my business, dude. I'ma look the other way. You deserve to be charged. If you take out the piano man like Billy Joel, then you deserve whatever comes your way, and I will not apologize for being passionate about it. Would play Splinter Cell multiplayer way back. One of the many neat features of the game was cross-team comms would only work when the spy had the merc in a chokehold. You could essentially whisper something in your enemy's ear before you choked them out or snapped their neck to finish them. On one occasion, I was playing as a merc and got caught up by a spy, and over my earpiece I heard, "Taste the rainbow, bitch." And he snapped my neck. I laughed so hard. I feel like the only thing you tasted was the sweet, sweet release of no more Splinter Cell. Whatever happened to those games, bro? Why did they stop making them? Those low-key slap. Nothing felt as awesome as taking a man's head and slamming it into a urinal. Making him eat the urinal cake, too. That was, just Thanksgiving dinner at my house, but whatever, you could also do it in Splinter Cell. In the game Elite Dangerous, I was flying around a more populated area when I got indirected by a wing of orcas, a very fast, large ship, great for ramming others. One of the player rings my ship for voice comms, and I accept, hoping to talk my way out of this hostile situation. No, he blasts circus music and they all start flying at me at insane speeds. I didn't get away, but I laughed in the end. This is slightly toxic, but at least they made your deaths entertaining. You know, it was the inevitable march. You were going down one way or another, so they might as well let you giggle at your own punishment. Now bend over, daddy's gotta spank ya. I was helping people defeat a particular boss in Dark Souls, and there was this one guy that I had been connecting to all night amidst other people. After maybe 3 hours of helping people, I had connected connected to his world like 10 times and still had no luck. After a while, I decided to switch it up and start invading. Well, I ended up in his world again, and as an invader this time instead of an ally. I was so emotionally torn. You can't communicate directly in Dark Souls multiplayer, but you can use some basic gestures. We had shared all sorts of funny moments together and sort of became wordless friends over the course of the evening. So now, unsure of what to do, I just unequipped all my weapons and turned my back to him to show vulnerability and trust. And well, he did the same in response. After a little dancing, we headed into the dungeon, and as an invader, I couldn't hurt any of the enemies, but I just went up and swung my sword at them anyways. I just kind of pretended to be his ally, and we made it to the boss door again together. Once we were there, we both stood there for a while, spun around a bit, and unsure how to proceed, I went up to him, dropped 5 humanity items, waved at him, and ran off a cliff, giving him 3 to fight the boss. I never connected to his world again, so as far as I can tell, he was able to do it alone after all, with a little encouragement along the way. Alright, okay, I'm not crying, bro. You guys are crying. Alright, me? No. I have no emotions, alright? No. You guys are the ones that are crying, bro. Yo, stop cutting onions in the club right now. The team that can grind Dark Souls together stays together for life. I think that's honestly more of a sign of a commitment than marriage. No offense to whoever's married out there. Modern Warfare 2. I've posted about this before on a different thread. I forgot the name of the map, but it was the big grass one with the radioactive perimeter and the cave and bunker. It's wasteland. My friends and I would all equip riot shields and move around like Spartans in flannel axe formation without talking to the other team or communicating with them in any way. And they also started moving in flannel axe formation, and eventually it evolved into a riot shield fight club inside the bunker. 2 guys would go into the middle and start ramming each other with their shields while the rest of us were standing around them in the circle jumping, and it was one of the funniest and strangest things I've ever seen. The fact there was another group of friends out there as weird as mine and we ran into them was very surprising. Alright, unpopular opinion, dude, Modern Warfare 2 was peak multiplayer. That and Fortnite are unironically some of the most fun I've ever had playing multiplayer games. I'm not saying Fortnite now, like 2018 prime Fortnite, right when it started popping off before kids got sweaty, and Modern Warfare 2, genuinely, I will make the case for every time, are the best multiplayer games ever, and I'm not gonna apologize for it. Deal with it. Traveling with a friend on ZZ. We were playing on a semi-role-playing server, so killing on site generally doesn't happen, and you're supposed to try to interact with each other, you know, talk things out. Well, we noticed that someone was following us as we looted around town. We had a car fixed up, so we decided to get the hell out of there just in case. We don't shoot them on sight because of the server rules. About an hour later, we're on the other side of the map looting up the Mashinko military base, and we often check our car and make sure nobody's messing with it. Sure enough, the same guy is there again, and he's messing with our car's inventory. We fire a few warning shots, and he gets into the woods, and my friend is shouting over the mic that he's gonna get that mofo, and he's going into the woods, and he check our car to see what he took, and I burst out laughing. Dude, let him go. He didn't take anything. What? Why was he messing with our car? Bro, he filled our entire car with pieces of paper. There's like 60 pieces of paper in here, and they all said paper, paper, paper in red ink. Like literally every single one had been written on. That guy had definitely just smoked a little bit of the devil's lettuce and decided to spend his entire night that night following these dudes around in DayZ, and I'm here for it. That's the type of dedication we need back to trolling in the game community. Just chasing people around to make sure that they get the eternal message of paper. I'm gonna be starting a cult called the Paper Cult. Comment Paper Cult down below if you're down to join. Back in the day, I was on a random Minecraft server and I left my base to go mining. When I got back, I saw someone inside and asked in chat why he was there. He asked for my Skype name and called me. What happened next was a hostage situation. He rigged my house with TNT and said if I didn't give him all of my valuables, he'd blow up my house. The server had locked chests, but not any anti-griefing systems. To prove he was serious, he took my dog to the window and killed him. A few of the mods from the server were online and nearby, so I came over and asked if they wanted me to kick and ban him. I thought it was pretty funny, so I let it play out and tried to talk. That lasted a second before he blew up the place. Happy ending though, they banned him and helped me build a new house. Rest in peace, Cecil though. Jokes aside, it takes a special type of evil to hurt a Minecraft dog. Rest in peace, Cecil. I've accidentally hit them before, okay, that's different, but if you purposely throw a Minecraft dog off of a house, then shame on you. Shame. I was playing GTA Online a few months ago when a group of 4 guys in stealth military gear pulled up to me in their armored car. They all got out and pointed their guns at me, telling me to get in. Me, being quite a passive role player, decided to go along with the roleplay and get in the car. We drove around for about 10 minutes while they squabbled with each other about what to do with me, until we reached this abandoned lumberyard deep in the woods. There, they escorted me inside, where I was forced to stay in the corner. 2 of them went outside to meet with another guy, my buyer, I presume. I decided that this might be the time to leave, so I came up with an interesting way to escape. I put a bounty on their heads, called muggers to rob them, and then called in a private militia to distract them. I called Lester, or Hackerman, to hide my marker on the map. Once they all arrived to fight my captors, a firefight ensued. I jumped through a window and ran away into the woods for a minute or two when I came across a railway. I could hear them in the distance realizing I was gone, and they ran after me since my marker had reappeared by now. Deus Ex Machina kicked in and the train arrived just before they got the killing shot on me, so I hopped on the train and it zipped away. They got in their armored car and followed me while I tried to shoot out their tires. They had just about caught up with me when another player on the server arrived to come help me in his attack chopper. My new friend killed the captors, picked me up, and flew me back to the city where I hid in his company headquarters. We smoked and drank while half the server waited patiently outside the building for me to come outside. Alright, now that CD Projekt Red has flopped on Cyberpunk 2077, I vote that we all turn our hype towards GTA 6. Rockstar, we're counting on you because I need stuff like this back in my life, okay? I know GTA 5 still has online, it's not the same. Please, please Rockstar, please come out with GTA 6, we need it. Years ago, I listened to 2 brothers living in the same house who are on separate Xboxes argue with each other in an Xbox party. They were both members of the large clan I was in. Well, it got so heated that one ran over to 2 and they started physically fighting, and we can hear it since neither of their mics are off, and for whatever reason they didn't fall off or get unplugged. Brother 2 starts crying, and then the parents are screaming at them, and we can hear Brother 1 trying to justify his actions, and number 2 claiming he was unfairly hit in the face. We couldn't hear specific words, but we could tell the mom was pissed. Eventually, both brothers are saying, "No, no, please no, Mom, no!" And after that, both mics go silent, one after the other. The party screen showed the mics weren't plugged in anymore, and then neither brother does anything for 10 minutes, and then they both go offline, and we never saw them online again. Oh, and both brothers sounded like they were 14 or 16 years old. Yeah, that sounds like a mom who had had a little bit too much of them fighting over the Xbox and just decided, we don't have to have turns if none of them exist, and just got rid of them instead, bro. I'm not gonna lie, one time I talked back to my dad in middle school and he took my Xbox for the rest of the school quarter, and I learned my lesson very shortly after that, which is it's usually best to keep my mouth shut if my parents are arguing with me about video games. But hey, at least these brothers were definitely bonded together in their hatred of their mom taking away their Xbox more than they were mad about whatever the hell they were fighting about before anyways. They both went back to their room and slammed the door. Dude, I don't know why mom bullies us, bro. It's not cool, man. Anyways, guys, I think that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, I would really appreciate you taking a quick second to press the like button. Let me know in the comments section down below what you thought. What's your personal, craziest experience you had online? You ever had somebody kill the piano man? I'd love to hear about it down below. And if you're new, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. I post pretty often and you're never gonna want to miss it. If you want more content, I do have a podcast called the SKUFFED Cast. Link will be down below, along with the link to the intro song and the merch, which you should both check out. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you don't already. And yeah, last but certainly not least, if you become a member here on the Scrubae channel, you get a shout out at the end of every single video and a verified check mark next to your name in the comments section. So without further ado, a massive, big, juicy, voluptuous shout out to Nick, Moon, Legend, Antog, Rogue, Michael, Way Too Psycho, Alex, Jackie Gold, QWERTY, Titanium, Board, Philip, Coleman, Arrow, Logan, Typical Panda, Master, Aaron Loves Scrubs, TNT, Pepe, William, Christian, Ender, Mackenzie, Geo, Kyle, Jellybean, Sam Brony, Woofles, Potassium Prime, Benedicti, Mom, Man, Madness, Brandon Grove, Slick Pickle, Kim, Dylan Chungus, Tiny Proxy, Zorik, Dashy Boy, Unreal Decoy, Sebastian Bees, Johnny Dude, Cosmic Ramen, Candy Rose, Fabulously Terrifying, Chandler Lewis, Ryuki, Sparky, and Why So Blurry. Thank you for being members. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.